Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, brought to you by Southern Jewelry News and Jewelry Store Marketers. Hello, everyone. This is Guy with the Pearls of Wisdom Jewelry podcast. My company is Jewelry Store Marketers, and I'm here with Aleah Dillon from Southern Jewelry News, my lovely co-host. Welcome, as always. And our special guest today is one that many people know. She is quite a bright star in the industry, Aleah Arundale of Olympian Diamonds, but also Jewelers Helping Jewelers. A lot of people know you. Aleah, why do you shine so bright?
Oh, it's so easy. It's the helper's high. When you help others, they help you back. They want to help when you put that on my whole, when they in the mail where they give you those little return of address and like stamps, the charity, they'll give you those return of address, because when you give to someone, you just want to give back. And so I've just built a whole business and a life on that model, and it feels really good.
Well, fantastic. I mean, everyone, a lot of people know you are the influencer. If there are influencers in this industry, you are it. Everyone recognizes you walking down the aisle. Everybody knows your smile. Love all the posts and everything. And why do you do it? I mean, you obviously love it and helping people. Is that it? Is that it's just really helping people, or is this just your personality? I just love not being like the rest of a lot of people are in this industry are very straight-laced or look very professional, and you'll walk down with a big diamond around your back. Where you? Yeah, where did that come from? Did you love dressing up as a kid, or did your
I
parents?
did. The blue hair has always been there. He just was hiding better. But I have always been voted the most original in my class, and I dyed my. It's been purple before, and I've pierced all my earrings with a safety pin, and I just like that feeling of doing what other people aren't doing. If everyone zigs, I want to zag. If they want it upside down, I want it right side up. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do like the feeling of attention. I think it feels good. And I think people want something cool to look at. They don't want to look at white t-shirt and jeans all day. They smile when they look at me, and it makes me feel good, and if I, wear heart glasses, I know it makes them happy. And it's kind of like a bridge too. Like it lets people talk to you. So I think we all do want to talk to others, but we don't know how to get it started, and we don't exactly know, what to say. But if you have blue hair, you can start a conversation a lot easier. So I love that. I think it allows people the ability to talk to you when they really want to make connections with other people. It makes it easier for them, and it feels great. So,
well, I mean, obviously, we know everybody wants to be around that type of energy, and we haven't really seen it until you created the Facebook group. So, the infectious energy that we see, it's infectious because there's very few people probably in the industry that don't know of you, or who wants to be in there, who wants to do some type of collaboration, whether, any event. So what you're doing is bringing that connection together. And, it doesn't matter what color your hair, brown, but it will make a big difference, and more people might notice if you do have this blue hair and you're looking great, because that's your true personality too. That's your energy. If anybody that knows you knows, this is Aleah all the time. This is how she is. She, look what she does in her own neighborhood, helping people out as a person. I'm not talking about the industry and what she's done for people that can't see, and she's helping them do that. She's doing more than just, making a great Facebook page. She helps her community. I love when you go in the Diamond District in downtown Chicago, and she's interviewing street people. These are, just consumers walking up and down, and she's just, can you talk to us a little bit about that idea to me is just great. Everybody loves the street interviews. We see them on TikTok and such. But can you talk a little bit about how wonderful experience that is, not only for your JHJ fans, but for you, I bet? How fun is that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm on the 6th floor in a diamond office, but I grew up in retail, so I miss the people. I miss seeing who gets engaged and what happens. And the thing is, you get you get in your office and you think everyone only wants lab diamonds, or people don't want diamonds, or you get these misconceptions. But if you actually walk down and say, let's see what people really think, and so it makes me feel so good to actually talk to people. What do you think about diamonds? What do you love about diamonds? And to really hear that from the public it's re-energizing for me. And especially I grew up in retail, so I miss that customer interaction that I used to get, and now I'm in wholesale, so it gives me that. But I think it gives me just a real better tab on the industry. What do you really feel? Because I'll be out there and these women will be like, I don't want lab diamond, or I would never wear rose gold, or I'd bring my diamond on the subway, or or you try to ask guys, like, how many guys know the 4 C's, and it just doesn't. I don't always trust information online, but if you're out there just asking everyone, like, who knows the 4 C's, it's really fun, and I feel like it's very real.
Well, I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I want to keep it up, Aleah, because I love what you're doing. We'd love to hear what those consumers are saying down in that area. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. And I think everybody really loves is that they get to see the true Aleah on anywhere. You don't try to, again, I get people that want to feel like they need a certain image. Sometimes I get a new client that says, should I be trying to be more like everyone else? And I say, no, who are you? I mean, be who you are, and lean into your personality, and everyone knows you're not shy about doing that for yourself, and it works. It's fantastic. So thank you, and thanks for showing that you can be real and be successful. And it could be maybe the blue hair, or maybe whatever, and that's fantastic. And I think a lot of people really, they really celebrate you and are fans of you because of many things, and this is the JHJ is one, and so congratulations with everything. And now the whole crime network really has taken off and really has helped a lot of people. How does that make you feel, that all the help that it does give to other jewelers?
I mean, I really, really hope it is. And I think it is. I think you're right. But it's one of those that, like, one person gets, you see that smashed window in the morning and your heart just sinks, and it is people's life, their whole life, and they're not insured and they had $1 million. Like, even if you're partially insured, a lot of times, I mean, I don't, people like to victim blame, and it drives me nuts, because you do that because you want to distance yourself and think it couldn't happen to me because it's too awful to actually think about. So I get why people do it. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, they weren't insured, they're an idiot. But it wasn't. A lot of times it was like you thought you were covered and they didn't cover night theft, or you're not covered because you left one case uncovered and you should have covered every case. Whatever it is, a lot of times it's something that I don't think is so cut and dry. So it really just... Every crime breaks my heart. We have it hard enough, customers and returns and online reviews. And I mean, we have enough crap to deal with just regularly without, a gun to our head. So I really never expected it to be as helpful, but I do have people that'll message me and say, you just saved me $16,000. I was about to send this guy this watch, but I remembered something about Apple Pay, and then I double checked on your Facebook group and I saw that that's the person that's been doing it. I mean, I've had multiple stories where people have, they've even called me. They're like, this person's in the store. We've called the cops while they were in the store. And so, that's, I know someone else, we got him 100,000 back, from this guy. So there are some real success stories that do make me feel good. Unfortunately, it's very hard to lock somebody up for good. I don't know our system, whether they cross the line, and they have really good lawyers. So the best thing we can do is just preventative, just warning, trains, because that's, just get them out of your store. Just don't show too many items at once. So I think if we can just remind people the preventative tips, that's going to do a lot better than just trying to get every bad guy off the street, because there'll always be another one.
Yeah, that's true. So true.
Yeah.
Well, make sure if, any of our listeners out there, if you haven't joined JHJ Crime Network group on Facebook, go look it up and be on that as well. Always look for the tips. That's a great thing to say about JHJ. Before you post a question, maybe it has already been talked about on that site. Right? So you could just type in a search and say, where's Leah's, any tip that you might need may already be out there because there's a lot of posts, right, Aleah? I mean, you got to, by using the search bar, there's so much information on that page. You can find virtually anything you need, particularly tips, because Leah's not shy about telling you.
Well, but
He's in a dime.
I mean, I think yeah, I don't think people are using it to the full extent. I think there is so many more. I think like if I was a manufacturer and I was like, should I make this in red gold or white gold or yellow gold? I would ask everybody. Or even if I'm like, what's everyone else charging for appraisals? I mean, there's so many. You could take a poll. I mean, there's so many people that want to help. I remember this one guy, his wife passed away and he wanted to make her ring into a man's ring, and 35 people designed cats for him for free and sent it over. So if you just put yourself out there, you really say, this is what I need help with, people will show up.
There you go.
Absolutely, and that's really what you created. You created a community that people share with each other and interact, and that's why it works. And I think it works well because you have really shown, like, led the way, right? You're showing people how to be out there and share and help people, and so that's really amazing. What else other amazing things are on the horizon for you? I mean, you're always doing something major. You're always posting some cool stuff.
A free store out of my house for needy families. That alone is a full-time job. You can see now these are all car seats. I've got about 20 were dropped off today, and I have to get those to different families. And so that's, I know that doesn't have to do with jewelry, but I think it just shows that anyone can do something. You think, oh, no one in my neighborhood or I don't this, but there are probably needy people there, and you could just make yourself a drop-off center. The problem is a lot of donation centers, their hours are like, you can drop off at a church from 2 to 2:30 on a Wednesday, and they're only taking blankets or something. And so if you just made yourself a universal drop-off center, and then you could just make it known that, if people need car seats or whatever come to your house, I think anyone really could do it. It was not that challenging. But on the horizon, as far as jewelry stuff, sorry, at least I don't know if you have a thing. Community. You talked about community. I really like our vacations. We went to Italy and it was a huge success. We had a cruise with 100 people. We took 50 people to Tahiti, and it's a great way to have something jewelry related where you talk to people. I mean, the connections you make and like what you learn from other jewelers, it's so cool. Like one tip, talking to somebody, and your whole trip is done for. We are going to Mexico, and we really have a lot of room for that because it's a really big show. So we'd love more people to come with us to Mexico. It's a huge jewelry show. We're going to go opal mining. There's tequila tasting. So I really, you don't regret trying or going. And I really wish more people would come on this Mexico trip because it'll be great. So, and there's parties in Vegas. I'm having 2 parties, Friday at the Rock House and Saturday. Well, I don't know when this is being aired, whatever. But I guess come show up, even if you go to the Atlanta show, you go to the in-store show, whatever it is. I just got back from a pawn show. I'm trying to work more with the pawn community because I think they're awesome. And it's a great, great, great business. I think a lot of jewelers are missing the boat by not offering high value asset lending. If you don't want to call it pawn, you can call it executive loans. There's a lot of ways, but if you loan people, like they give you the Rolex and you can give them money, and it's another stream of revenue that I think a lot of jewelers really should be in, especially coming back from the conference, hearing about what a moneymaker is. And it helps, it really helps. Someone needs that, $500 to pay for the electric bill and they just need to get through the month, and then they're getting their tax return, and you can do that. So it's I think pawn is very helpful.
Yeah, there you go. Well, when is the Mexico trip?
That is, it's in September, so you got lots of time, or maybe it's October.
Okay, well, so it's upcoming trip. Check that for sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fantastic. That's amazing. So I like seeing your posts, even that include your family, and sometimes you do some funny skits with the kids and everything, and I think that's really cute. And Happy to always see that. This industry is very family oriented, so it's great to see that. I mean, the JHJ just started off very successful, has grown well, and now the Crime Network obviously is a great spinoff. Is there some another branch of JHA that you see coming down the?
Well, pawnbrokers helping pawnbrokers. I don't have anything to do with it. It's Vito is amazing, but he really runs it great because he's very in community. He does a live videos. Coin dealers helping coin dealers. It became something else. He started as that and he changed the name, but it was voted like the most helpful coin tool in the last 50 years. There's the local chap. There's Jewelers Helping Jewelers Watch Group now, which I actually just made to get watches off of JHJ because I didn't want to get shut down for Rolexes, but that's actually being successful on its own. So that was something we made not to be successful, but just to divert watch traffic, but that's doing well. So, and then a lot of people have wanted to do other side ones. We do have JHJ support group for people that have been victims of crimes, but a lot of stuff I'd rather keep on the group. For a while we did JHJ in search of, which when people were looking for things, but it just seemed like to take traffic again off of Jewelers Helping Jewelers wasn't the best. So now we try to really keep most of it on JHJ, even though we could make a bunch of side whatevers. But I urge people to make other side groups. I'm not trying to be like, we're the only place. Like I let every other group advertise on my group. Like if you Treasure Traders is wonderful. And I think jewelers should have their own little side groups too. They should have it for their customers. It's a great way to build your community and your fan base and stay in touch. So, there are not a lot of rules on JJs because I don't like a lot of rules. I want everyone to promote themselves. So I want there to be more groups. If someone else wants to start another JJ, go for it. Like, I think there's enough business for everybody.
Fantastic. Aleah, I want to know, when is the book coming out? Because you could be, you could put a book together and people are going to want to, we're going to be waiting for this.
Well, I'm not sitting still long enough to write anything down. I have a fairy garden. You can see this. I also we have 5 daycares that will come by twice a day. And I know a lot of people listen to the podcast and not this, but if you follow me, you should see my garden because the whole neighborhood comes out to see it. So anyway, I think just having hobbies, first of all, it's a great business move for your customers. Like, let's say you're into wine. Well, you could pair different wines with different jewelry, or you can have a wine bar in your jewelry store. So I think, or if you're into pickleball, you can have jewelry that's shaped like pickleball. I think taking your hobbies, it's really good for business. It makes you look well-rounded, and it's a great way just to connect with a lot of people out there and to get more business.
Right. That's a great idea. What a great pearls of wisdom of the day. Good day brought to you by Aleah. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful. You're right. That's all.
Yeah. Aleah, 2025, do you have any, you think, is there anything that's going to jump out this year that's going to be clear winners for the jewelers out there, product-wise?
I mean, I just think the buying of gold, if China's doing it, then maybe they know something we don't. And, I've been rationalizing, I've been buying all this personal jewelry. I don't know if you're doing it too, but I've been definitely being rationalizing, well, gold's going up. I guess it's okay to get this necklace because it'll go up more. I guess I don't know enough about the industry, but I just know, you know what? If you see something really unique, buy it, because in a sea of sameness, anything different is often seen as better. And there's, I go to flea markets at 4 a.m. every Sunday and I look with my flashlight and I'm just looking for anything different. And I know it's a little hard in retail. You can't buy everything like that because a lot of customers are risk adverse. But there is going to be a market, and it sets yourself apart. And having something interesting, it's a conversation topic, and there'll always be something that wants something different. So maybe just try to find, something different.
Absolutely, and you are certainly something different. Thank God for that, because thank God for that, and certainly look forward to everything that you do, and look forward to other things, and really love seeing how you help the community, and even if it's down to your fairy garden, that's more giving back to the community, because it's not always about just doing business, making more profits. It's about, like you said, balance. And so that's great. I certainly look forward to seeing your posts, not on JHA, but in other places. And so, thank you for everything that you do.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I love whenever I see you in Atlanta. You have a lot of energy. You help a lot of people, and I look forward to connecting with you more again.
And we are on our way to Vegas, everybody. So we look forward to all the love things going on in Vegas. And Aleah, keep on keeping on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Aleah. Everyone, check out Aleah. Give her some love, JHJ, Olympian Diamonds. Thanks, Aleah. We'll be looking out for you. And thanks for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom Jewelry Podcast. For more information about the show, please visit southernjewelrynews.com/podcast, brought to you by Southern Jewelry News and Jewelry Store Marketers. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you can catch the next show. See you then.